Hey guys, this is Pawan and hope you are doing all good. आज के वीडियो में हम देखने वाले हैं कंपाउंड एंगल फार्मूला, राइट? ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक साइन ए प्लस बी एंड कॉस ए प्लस बी, ये आता कहाँ से है, हाउ डू वी डिराइव इट एंड क्या implications हैं इसके। तो पिछले वीडियोस में हमने देखा था व्हाट इज द नंबर ई, एंड हमने देखा था ऑयलर्स आइडेंटिटी, हमने देखा था ऑयलर्स फॉर्मूला। सो ऑयलर्स फॉर्मूला क्या था? ई टू द पावर आई एक्स इक्वल टू कॉस एक्स प्लस आई साइन एक्स। दिस इज what we derived in the last video. If you have not seen it, I would recommend you please एक बार आप देख लो, go there, see it once. It is very important to know how this comes. So we derived it from the series of e to the power x in the last video. So this time we'll be using it directly. So right now the objective is to arrive at a formula of sine a plus b and cos a plus b using this thing, right? Euler's formula. So let's see how we can do that. We know e to the power ix equal to cos x plus I sin x. This forms the basic argument of today's thing. Now if I put x equal to a plus b, right, x equal to a plus b, I have already written the things. I am referring to those things stepwise, so please follow me. मैं जहाँ पे हूँ आप भी वहीं ध्यान दीजिए प्लीज, because if you try to look at whole the board you will get confused. So this is the first step, the Euler's formula. Then we are just putting x equal to a plus b, right? So what it will become, e to the power x की जगह हमने रखा a plus b, it will become e to the power I times a plus b, right? And the right hand side of this equation will become cos of a plus b plus I sin of a plus b, which I have written in here. ठीक है, अभी हम केवल इस पे फोकस करते हैं, and this is what we have to derive. That's why I kept it in a box. This is what we have to arrive at. अब इसको यहाँ पे छोड़ देते हैं, call it let's say equation 1, this thing, e to the power I a plus b equal to cos a plus b plus I sin a plus b. इसको यहाँ पे छोड़ के how else we can write this thing, e to the power I of a plus b, can we write it in this way? We already know e to the power a into e to the power b equal to e to the power a plus b, right? So I just broken it down. This is the basics of exponential breakdown. अगर हम इसको ऐसे लिख सकते हैं, so can I write this e to the power I a using this formula into cos a plus I sin a? Only this part? Yes, of course I can do it. Similarly, this part I'll write as cos b plus I sin b, right? Perfect. Cross multiply and try to simplify. What do you get? Cos a cos b plus I square sin a sin b, which will be equal to minus 1 times sin a sin b, correct? And what will you get if you take the imaginary part common? I को बाहर लिया, sin a cos b plus cos a sin b, right? ये पूरी इक्वेशन को हमने केवल सिंप्लीफाई किया है एंड वी अराइव एट दिस पार्ट, ठीक है? नाउ just look at this. This is e to the power I a plus b, right? Let's call this as equation 2. ये जो हमें मिली है, let's call this as equation 2. Now left hand side of both equation 1 and 2 are same. That is why right hand side should be same. Or since this is complex number, real part plus imaginary part, the real part has to be equal to the real part and imaginary part has to be equal to imaginary part, right? So what is the real part of equation 1? Right hand side, cos of a plus b. And what is the real part here? Cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. This is the real part. Or alternatively we can say cos of a plus b equal to cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Similarly, if you equate right hand side, sorry, the imaginary part of the right hand side as in this part, which is sin of a plus b, this should equate to the imaginary part of this equation, equation number 2, That means sine of a plus b equal to sine a cos b plus cos a sin b. Right? यही derive करना था हमको. The compound angle formula, cos of a plus b sin of a plus b, done. This is the formula we have been using in since we have started trigonometry, 10th class maybe, I am not very sure. So this is how we arrive at it. There is one more way, geometrical way, जो हम कभी आगे discuss करेंगे. That is bit not complex, but you need to have some mathematical construction, geometrical construction वो हम triangle बना के derive करते हैं. You just maybe check it on internet and you might be able to see इस टाइप का कुछ होता है. Some perpendicular lines. This is the construction we do, right? These are some alpha. This is, take it as a homework maybe. I am giving you a hint. You have to just draw two angles, one alpha, one beta. This whole will become alpha plus beta. Just try to see which all angles you can find here. This angle, this is 90 degree. I have drawn a perpendicular. So this is 90, this is 90, this is 90 minus alpha, right? This is alpha. Here this angle is alpha. Try to do this and try sine of alpha plus beta. From here also you can derive this thing if you take sine of alpha plus beta and cos of alpha plus beta. But I particularly find this method as a bit simple to remember all this, because just you have to equate real part and imaginary part. Let us again summarize what have we done in this. So very simple. We have just taken this Euler's formula, e to the power ix equal to cos x plus I sin x. X की जगह हमने a plus b रख दिया. A plus b को हम रख दिया तो लेफ्ट हैंड साइड भी रखा, राइट हैंड साइड भी रखा. राइट हैंड साइड पे रख के हमने इसको बोला इक्वेशन 1. नाउ लेफ्ट हैंड साइड को हमने ब्रेक किया. e to the power I a plus b we can also write as like this. इसकी जगह हमने इसका Euler's formula रखा, इसकी जगह इसका रखा. Cross multiply, equated the real part and imaginary part. This is the real part, this is the imaginary part. With this equation we have already written, and we get cos of a plus b equal to this, sin of a plus b equal to this. So done, simple. It's not very hard, but पहले हमें मालूम नहीं होता कहाँ से formula आता है, how do we arrive at it. But if you go to the basics, it's all there in the mathematics. I hope you have liked the video. Please check the earlier videos also to get more understanding of this part, and also the number e we have discussed in our first video. So hope you like this also. Right now my aim is to cover the basics first, and then we'll be moving ahead to problem solving. That would be a further level up. So when we are solving the problem, we should be knowing all these basics to a very good extent, so that we don't find any problem during those concepts, those hard questions you say which are there in IIT, JEE and whatever exams you have been preparing in. So that's all. Thank you.